Hello folks, welcome to Legacy IAS. In today's video, we'll be looking into the art and architecture of your Gurjara Pratiharas. Alright, let's get into the video. Now, if you have to summarize what in total was art and architecture during a period of Gurjara Pratiharas, here are the commonalities. Okay, look at this. The Gurjara Pratiharas were known for art, architecture and literature. They did patronize a great amount of literary activity as well as art architecture alongside of temple architecture. Alright. Now, in the Gurjara Pratihara kings, if you have to specifically name one particular king during whose period of time the art architecture reached a period of considerable and good amount of increase, was your Mihir Boja. Alright. Now, look at this. One thing specific about, see again when you say temple architecture or in general architecture, each particular building will have something unique, will have something different. Yes, the same is with the case of your Pratiharas also, but one thing is they all had one commonality. One commonality is with respect to panels also. Carved panels, sculptures, usage of, see, multiple sculptures were used in different temples, but the usage of sculptures were very important. Okay, for example, your Dikapalas, Ganga, Yamuna, Mithun, Lotus, all these things in the sculptures, whatever sculptures were there, these were most commonalities. Okay, and for example, the concept of your Purna Kalash, right? Purna Kalash was added to all the temple architecture so that it would add to the height of the temple, right? So these are the commonalities we see with respect to Pratiharas. Alright, look at this. Alright, look at this. Carved panels, okay, on the walls of temples standing at Ocean, Ahanari, Kothan. Okay, now at the period of political campaign or political expansion, we also see the expansion of art and architecture. We also see the art and architecture also rising above. The art and architecture also expanding northwards and westwards. Alright, now look at this. They are very much known for their sculptures, carved panels and open pavilion style temples. Okay, one very famous of theirs is your Khajuraho temple, which is currently a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Alright, now look at this. For examples of your temple architecture belonging to a Pratihara period is Bhatteshwara Hindu Temple Complex near your Madhya Pradesh, Gwalior. This is dedicated to your Shiva, Vishnu and Shakti. Okay, somewhere, okay, in Hinduism, they laid stress to Shaivism, Vaishnavism, okay. They were patrons of both Shaivism and Vaishnavism. Now, if you have to pick one predominantly, now for example, you see Adi Varaha, okay, people adopting or the Pratihara king adopting the titles Adi Varaha. Now, who was the king who adopted the title Adi Varaha? Comment down in the box below. Okay, now Adi Varaha indicating what? Their strong faith in Vaishnavism. But at the same point of time, they were also patrons of your Jainism. Okay, they were also patrons of your Buddhism. Alright, next is your Baroli Temple Complex. Okay, moving on, look at this. This is your Bhatteshwara Hindu Temple in Madhya Pradesh. Look at the pattern. For now, just look at this particular architecture. Further on, as we come to the temples, we will see whether it is similar to this or different than this. Okay, look at this. The Kalash offers to the extra height also. Right, outside is well carved. Right, when we said carved panels, also the outside exteriors are also carved. Look at this. This is the Baroli Temple Complex. Like I said in the previous slide, look at the shape, dome structure, Purna Kalash. Okay. Look at this. Side by side for comparison. Can you see it? Different temples. But what is the similarity that makes them come under your Pratihara concept? Okay. Now, this is a very important architecture under your Pratihara. This is Telika Mandir, also known as Telika Mandir. This is in your Madhya Pradesh. Mainly importantly, again, look at this structure. Okay. Further downwards, we will see, okay, what exactly here is different. Now look at the temple architecture, specifically in the architecture. Okay. The works of Vasayan had 5 bay Moola Prasadas. Moola means main. Alright, had Moola Prasadas with a porch. Okay. Now when you see, right, in temple architecture, you see something called as Nagara, Dravida, Vesara, right? But also you've heard about something called as Panchayatan style. Panchayatana means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pancha means 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this temple complex, look at the word I'm using, temple complex. Alright, there are multiple shrines. This is the chief shrine which houses the main deity. Whereas these, okay, are your subsidiary shrines that houses other deities. This style is called as Panchayatana style. This feature also we see with respect to your Pratiharas. Alright. Ganadwaras or main doors were for your chief deity. Okay. Now look at this. Open halls were surrounded by Vedika. Okay. Which would in turn support your Purna Kalasha. Remember what we've spoken on Purna Kalasha? Right? This particular structure. Okay, now look at this. The example of this kind of Panchayatana style as well as your Ganadwaras and your Purna Kalasha, everything we see in examples of your Surya temple and Harihara temple. Alright, now let's look into your Harihara temple. Alright, this is the shrine of Lord Harihara. Hari meaning your Vishnu as well as Shiva. Okay, so you notice certain commonalities with respect to your Pratihara architecture, that is your lotus, pearl, Mithuna, Ganga, Yamuna. Basically, you hear something about Dwarapalakas and Dikkapalakas. Okay, Dwarapalaks and Dikkapalaks. Dwara means door. Okay, the deities who are guarding the door or the main deity. Dikkapalas means direction. Okay, see now anything with respect to temple architecture has to go according to a plan. The plan will also be based on the directions. Yes, they also had deities and shrines which were placed according to a particular direction. Thus the Dikkapalas and Dwarapalas. Alright, look at this, the porches and balconies had flat roofs. Alright, this is your Harihara temple. Look at this, like we spoke earlier in the slides. Look at the shape and look at the shape of it. Okay, now let's move on to the sculptures portion of your Gurjara Pratiharas. Alright, very prominent or notable sculptures during the period of Pratiharas are your Vishwarupa, okay, form of Vishnu. Right, we've spoken as to how important Vaishnavism is for Pratiharas. Right. Next is marriage of Shiva and Parvati sculpture in Kannaj. Alright. Next we have your Mahishasura Mardini. Okay. And then is of your Surasundari. This Surasundari is considered as one of the fine art of your sculptures with respect to your Pratiharas. Alright. Look at this. This is the Mahishasura Mardini sculpture. Now, one other sculpture that is in use is your Nataraja Murti belonging to your Pratihara period. That is recently, see your, you all know about the fact that the idols get stolen, okay, and they will be smuggled into other countries. So one such, okay, idol that was stolen right? Or which was smuggled. First it was stolen and smuggled, and now from UK, okay, it's said that it will be coming back to India. One such sculpture belonging to Pratihara period is a Nataraja Murti, okay, with a Chatura force, and it is almost 4 feet tall in structure, and it is a depiction of Lord Shiva, okay, similar to your Nataraja statue you would have seen, but in the Pratihara style. Alright, now it is made of your sandstone idol. It is also called as Ganteshwar. Initially, it was housed in your Ganteshwara temple in Rajasthan. Look at this. Okay, this is your Ganteshwar. Alright, now if you look at the art and architecture, okay, be it with respect to sculptures or temple architecture, it's pretty much rich and expanding. So that the further coming, okay, empires, dynasties, everyone will take inspiration and carry forward with the new additions. Alright, thus the temple architecture, sculptures, everything evolves. So it is in an evolving phase. Alright. Now that's it for the art and architecture of the Pratiharas. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and share it along with your friends. Thank you.